Hello everyone. So we are once again back at my video. So what happened today? Today I was writing this essays. I have to give some five question answers. So I was writing about that. Okay. So there was a word count limit that was of 600 words. Okay. So obviously I write about 300 words. But as soon as I write paste there, because I was writing this in MS Word, not in the direct end user website. So I was copy pasting from MS Word by my written. Okay, I wrote those things. Okay, not generated for me. So basically, I then I paste that. I get to know that these are 1940 words. I get so good about that, but then I remember. Then I viewed that that was not 600 words. That was 600 word counts. Those were 600 word counts. So I was in frustration of that I did this much big of about this and this much big, but actually what happened? This is not required there. This much is not required. Short answer is required. So I will be writing that after this video. I will write that. Okay. There are five answer. One I will write today. Second is tomorrow, and as day after day. I will write one answer in each day. Okay, no long. And by that time, 10 February, I will submit my full application to university. So basically, nobody who's don't know about these videos, so I'm recording these videos to get admission in the university. So this is a part of my extracurriculars. Okay, so what left to say about it? So it's been 2 minutes only. Okay, so let me just first explain to you what I was writing. Okay, about my extracurriculars that I was submitting at the NUS. This is my pen. I was doing that. Okay, so I'm explaining. Okay, listen, everyone. Outside my school curriculum, I have gained a real world exposure to business and marketing to better prepare myself for the Bachelor's of Business Application Administration's degree. While studying commerce, I have strong interest in marketing concepts taught in my class, and I wanted to understand how these concepts works outside the class. Okay, to build foundation knowledge, I have completed a meta-ed course from my YouTube channel named WS Tech. Although the course was free and provided knowledge on digital advertising, including audience selection. Okay, I practice including digital advertising. Okay, including audience selections. Okay, I practice these concepts by creating my own software store. Okay, for selling handmade women bracelet. Who don't know about bracelet? Bracelets are shiny object that we women wear on their hand. Not only women, men's also wears. Okay, so let's come back at this. I mentioned the business. I managed the business for 1.5 months. This includes product selection, pricing, store setup, content planning, and running Instagram ads for Meta ad campaigns. Everybody knows about Meta ads. Who don't know? Okay, there are also many. I experimented different creatives, messages, styles, and budget allocations to understand variations in marketing strategy. Okay, through these efforts, I achieved 16 sales, generating 4,800 rupees in revenue. Total revenue was 4,800 rupees approx. Okay, and a net profit of 1,640 rupees. So in 4,800 rupees revenue, I generated about 640 rupees of net profit. The profit goes in my pocket. Okay. Okay. These sales were these sales gave me real exposure to cost management and profit calculation. Okay. So these 60 sales give me real exposure to cost management and profit calculation. Sorry. Okay. Additionally, the business required daily discipline required from identifying great products, getting sales, and two. packaging and delivering to the nearest post office. Okay, so delivering is the biggest mess. So in our area, there are not a lot of providers, delivery agents available. So we have to go around 7 kilometers to deliver them. Okay, that was the biggest hard work of that. Okay, each and every step demanded consistency and accountability. Okay, I collaborated with my sister for price discussion. Okay, that helped me to understand the importance of teamwork. Okay, so basically, I collaborated with my sister for discussing the price of the bracelet. For that helped me better understand the importance of teamwork. Okay, eventually, or after all, I can use any not. So therefore, I decided to discontinue the store after realizing that running a business required daily discipline. Okay, daily discipline, daily commitment, and prioritization. Okay, balancing academic with entrepreneurship made me more aware of opportunity, cost, and long-term decision making. Okay, I was sacrificing my studies, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, making my choice to focus on education at this stage. Okay. Overall, this experiment was awesome. It taught me that marketing and business management are not only limited to our studies or our studies, okay, but also in disciplined execution. So execution is very important. Okay, it plays a very important role in business management for startup. Okay, execution. Okay, it increased my motivation to pursue BBA, where I will develop my understanding of marketing and entrepreneurship through structure academic training at NUS. Okay, so this is basically yeah, completed. This much of big I write for around six. This is around I guess these are around 300 to 400 words. But in the NUS website, they are asking for 600 count word counts, and I write about 1900 word counts. So I write around three times of that. Okay, I will write that also. No problem. We'll solve that. Okay, because we are a problem solver. Okay, we know. I understand how to solve problems. Okay. So what I have done today? Today I have completed my accountancy one chapters revision of one chapter. What chapter? The retirement of partners. Okay, everyone knows retirement. What does retirement mean? So basically, whoever don't know about retirement, so retirement means getting out of the business or from industry after attaining a certain age is retirement. Okay, that means stop working and getting out fully. So in retirement, I'm not going to explain all the topics of retirement. I'll just explain what retirement is. Okay, that is. And after that, this video, I will be writing that answer, and also I will be revising two chapters of my business studies that I was revising yesterday, but because of some reason I didn't do that. Okay, so I'm going to do that today. Okay, okay. So what about today? Today I was searching about some website or blogs that I already told everyone that I used to view that or read of that. So I was today I was reading about Citibank. Okay, I didn't read a lot because I was also studying my accountancy retirement chapter. So what I read today I read about that Citibank is a bank basically bank that comes in its name. Okay, so it is a worldwide bank. Eventually, it crossed a century in India. I'm from India. I'm from India, so I used to say was see Indian website of that. Okay, so it around a century in India, and what so they usually hire people from every field. Maybe it's from engineering, management, or law purpose, and you can apply there for job applicants. Okay, so basically, my sister is uh, third year student of BCA, in which he used to learn UI UX designing, software, computer science. So I applied for her. There was a career page in which I applied for her. Okay, in UI UX design. Okay, I don't know if the call comes or not. I didn't apply fully because there were some pages who where she need to write some short question answers. Okay, so they will be written by her. Oh, I'm not going to write that. Okay, I will not write my question answer on this NUS website. NUS, I'm coming. If you are watching this, I am coming to NUS. Okay, I was also searching at the Google about if a CFA level 1 cleared can join Citibank. So there was answer yes. CFA level 1 can also join but Citibank. Okay. So I was hoping to do CFA level 1 with my BBA, maybe or maybe not. Okay. So you can do CFA. First of all, I'm explaining what CFA level 1 is. Not level 1, CFA. So CFA is Chartered Financial Analyst. Okay. So what does he do? It analyzes business statement, analyze business statement, balance sheet, or those things. Okay, and analyze if the company is investable or not. Okay, it also helps in merger and acquisitions. We also thought about that. If you don't, so merger and acquisitions means when two companies are getting together or one company is acquiring some other company. These are called merger and acquisitions. Okay. So CFA, there are three levels in CFA, CFA level 1, level 2, and level 3. Okay, so if you are a BBA student in second year, so you can apply for CFA level 1, where you have to give a exam just like CA, Chartered Accountant. And after getting CFA level 1, you can apply for jobs. Okay, yes, Citibanks allow to join. Okay. Oh, I was also hoping to watch a Parkhar Gupta podcast, not of today's, of 5 year back podcast. Okay, when he used to have this much beard and long hairs. Okay, I was searching for his content about 5 years later. Then I found that his every content you seems to be very cringe. Okay, but now doesn't seem cringe. So hopefully if I will watching these videos after maybe for 5 to 6 years later, I will definitely seeing these as cringe. But no, I'm not seeing these are important. Okay, so maybe it is our fifth video of NUS challenge. Okay, and I'm very excited about the NUS. Definitely, I will join it. No doubt, 100% delusion. Delusion. I'm not able to speak that word. Delusional. Okay. Okay. So what left? Am I be able to speak? Yes, my speaking is increasing day by day. That means my language, English speaking is improving day by day. Maybe, okay. So let's make some questions and I will try to answer them. Okay, in front of this. Okay, okay, okay. No, I will use the AI chat GPT about that. Okay. This is my mobile phone. It's been 4:27 a.m. after morning. In the, so let's watch a Instagram video and we'll see what happened, what we get to know about in that. Okay. Oh, who is this? Yusha Galot and other. Okay, Utkarsh Galot. He's on Instagram. Okay, oh, good. Follow from. Okay, so basically in this video they are telling us the power of execution, what execution, where it can lead to us. So I was watching a podcast of videos of Namrata Thapar. In that video, what she was saying that nothing is important. Okay, if you have a plan, if you have a business plan, okay, that is great. But the very important thing that will help us to get success in that is execution. Okay, the one thing that matters is execution. You can start any type of business, any type of business, but if you are have not great execution, then that business cannot survive. Okay, so for every business to be succeed, there is a one thing called execution. Okay, and also the gap between our planning and execution is also decides whether it will succeed or not. Okay, let me tell this in Hindi. Okay, so हम अपनी लाइफ में सबसे बढ़िया स्किल डेवलप कर सकते हैं हमारे एग्जीक्यूशन और हमारे प्लानिंग के बीच के गैप को सबसे कम कर देगा. Okay? This I watched from a YouTube video. Okay, this is the best thing we can do. This is the best skill we can develop in our life. Okay. Okay. So I'm making these videos and I'm not getting thoughts of what I can say in these videos. Okay, so that means I'm not getting a purpose or subject that I can speak in these videos. Okay, so why not? I will explain my chapters in these videos. Definitely, I will. So yesterday I was explaining what chapter business, nature and significance of management. So today I will be explaining our third chapter of business environment. Okay, okay. Today I will be, I'm explaining, wait a minute, I'm getting those things. This is principles of management. Okay, okay, okay. So let me just explain the chapter number two. That is the principles of management. Okay. Everybody knows about the principles of management. Business. This is business study chapter second. Okay. So I will be also seeing this and also telling from internally without seeing it. Okay. So what business management is? Management, not business management. What are principles of management? Okay. So management principles are the statement of fundamental truth which acts as a medium of taking managerial decisions. Okay. So yeah, that is correct. Okay. So it has features, principles of management. What are the features of principle of management? Okay. So first principle is helps in management. Okay. So second feature is that they are oh, I'm just recalling that they are general statements. Okay. Okay. They are helps depends on depends on related efforts. Okay. Okay. These are casual relationships. Okay. Flexible होते हैं. These are flexible and universally accepted. So management principles are accepted universally. Okay. So basically, there are two people who gave these management principles. Who are they? First is Henry Ford. Second is F.W. Taylor. Okay. So what are the importance of principles of management? Okay. So there are some importance of principles of management that are first is training and development. They helps in training and development. Okay, this is a personal objectives of management. Okay, I'm relating those with chapter one. Okay, so second is development of society. Principles of management helps in development of society. Okay, so third is these are wait a minute. Helps in optimum utilization of resources. Okay, that's correct. They provide directions. They provide directions. Okay, these are scientific decisions. Okay, scientific decisions. Okay, everybody knows that management is science. Okay, and fifth one is effective administration. So administration will be good when there are management is using management principles. Okay. So, who is Henry Fayol? I already told that Henry Fayol gave the principles of management. Okay, but rather than that, Henry Fayol is known as the father of management studies. Okay, father of management studies and thoughts. Okay, because he gave 14 management principles. Okay, he developed 14 management principles. Okay, what are they? So, first one is division of work. Okay, division of work in the sense divide the work in in smaller parts and give them to employees. Okay, according to their capabilities. Okay. Second principle is discipline. Okay, there should be discipline among the employees. Okay, to do the work. Okay. Third one is authority and responsibility. Okay, so there should be a equality between authority given to the employees and responsibility given. Okay, okay, and so this is the third and fourth one is unity of command. Okay, so in a in any company or management, there is an employee. Okay, he should be getting order from only one employee, one boss. Okay, not from lot of. Okay, if he gets order from a lot of, then he will get confused. Okay, so unity of command means knowing who will get order from who. Okay, or the employee get order from only one boss. Okay, there is a fifth point is unity of directions. Okay, so employees should know in which directions they are working. Okay, that means all other employees and all departments employees should be working on one objective. Okay, okay, the objective of working employees should be same. Okay, that could be survival, that could be growth, that could be making profit, or any types of organization, social or personal. Okay, but everybody should work in a same objective. Okay, there we have centralization, decentralization. Okay, so Fayol suggested that there should be a equality between centralization and decentralization. So basically, what centralization is? Centralization is the power divided among limited uh, limited members of the organization. Okay, and decentralization means power is divided among the different employees. Okay, so Phil suggested equality between both of them. Okay, so there is another point. I'm not telling the number of every points. I'm just explaining right now. So there is another point that is what that is. That is wait a minute. Remuneration to employees. Okay, remuneration. So remuneration means giving salaries according to their work performance and affordable salaries. Okay, and the other one is subordination of personal interest to general interest. Okay, this means that said that the interest of employee should come after the interest of organization. That means if an organization is not earning profit and No, 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 no. Let me give you the example. Another example. First of all, the organization objective comes first, then of personal. Okay, that means employees should devote to organization, not organization should devote to employee. Okay, okay. For example, that the example we were talking about yesterday. Okay, when somebody go yesterday we were discussing about McKinsey company. Okay, so in that McKinsey company, there were some requirements that employee should have before joining the company. Okay, so in that there was a point which says that if you are joining McKinsey, then you must say okay to if you are sent to the outside your nation for 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 work purpose, then you must devote to that work. And if you don't get even time for your uh, personal works, that should be okay. Okay, that they are simply telling that subordination of personal interest to general interest. That means decreasing our personal interest and increasing the organizational interest and retail. That's it. Yeah, okay. After that, there is a scalar change. Scalar change means there is a making change of employees. Okay, scale change is the formal line of authority from top to bottom. Okay, so scale change is a formal line authority from top to bottom in an organization. Okay, so there are order. What order means? Order means who will get order from whom? Okay, everything. No, no, no. Order means everything, man or material, should be in its proper place. There should be a proper place for everything. Okay, if this is a pen, so I should know what is its place. There should be a place for this. Okay, like a pen stand. Okay, or like in backpack. Okay, I am a Aryabhuta. I should have proper place in an organization like my own cabin. Okay, this one example. Okay, so after that there is a principle that is equity. Equity means equality between all members of the organization. Okay, should be treated well. Okay, after that there is experts. The corps that means cooperation, not individual. Okay, simply means that there should be equality. Okay, after that there are some that is initiative. Okay, every employee should have the power and courage to take initiative if he wants something. Okay, if you want to, okay, if he has any idea or anything, he must have the courage enough to take the initiative. Okay, suitability of tenure person. Okay, that means you can fluent transfer of someone from this department to this department. No, that should not be done because it decreases the performance of an employee. Okay, so there is a so we are all done. Okay, heavy, okay, that's done. Okay. So after that, there was another person who is F.W. Taylor, who also gave four principles on management. Okay, what are they? First one is size not rule of thumb. Okay, size not rule of thumb. So before I explain this, I am telling that Henry Ford was born in 1841 and F.W. Taylor was born in 1856. There is a gap of 15 years between both of them. Okay. And Henry W. Taylor not only give four principles, he also gave eight techniques, management techniques. Okay. So what we were talking that science, no rule of thumb. First principles given by W. Taylor. Okay. So what the science, no rule of thumb? Everything that should be done in an organization should have a proper plan or should not be on a religious or any thinking basis. Everything should have a reason for that. Okay, work should be done using scientific methods, not guesswork or traditional works. Okay, everything should follow systematic tested procedure to improve efficiency and effectiveness. Okay. Mm. So there is a second point called harmony, not discord. That means in a organization there should be good relationship of every employee with each other and with its manager. Okay, a manager and worker should work in mutual trust and understanding and not conflict. Okay, both sides must cooperate, listen to each other, and respect concern for a peaceful work environment. Okay, so there is a third point that is called cooperation, not individualism. Cooperation, not individualism means there should in an organization there should be we, not I. Okay, we should also respect others' decisions because they are also part of our organization. We are not only the part of that. Okay, extend the idea of harmony by encouraging teamwork over working alone. Okay, so working alone should not be done in our organization. Okay, rather than we should do work in a team, making by team. Okay, manager must encourage suggestion, maintain open communication, and avoid strikes and unnecessary demands. Okay, so in an organization, manager should take initiatives and maintain good relationship with everybody. Do not degrade anyone. Okay, avoid strikes and unnecessary demands. Okay, manager should not demand unnecessary things randomly. Okay, so the fourth one is development of workers to their greatest efficiency and prosperity. Okay, what does that mean? Efficiency of an organization depends on how well trained and skilled the workers are. Okay, so basically this means that efficiency of an organization only depends on the workers. That means how trained the workers are, how skilled the workers are. As much as the skills of workers is high, the performance of workers will also be a lot of high. Okay, that means generate good results. Okay, so after that we have some techniques given by FW Taylor that are for eight techniques. Okay, so, so we got something to say that in this videos. Okay, so all of this I am preparing for my interview. Okay, if anyone is watching that, it is okay. If anyone is not watching that, it is also okay because anyone has a lot of anyone got a lot of applications from a lot of applicants and from a lot of countries. So they don't have that much time of watching all my content I'm creating. But it is okay. 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 So let's we talk about the scientific techniques given by F.W. Taylor. Okay, there will be practicals of business studies maybe on the 3rd or 4th February, and my exam will held on 24th of February of accountancy, and after that all exam will be in March, and last and final exam of my business studies will be on 28th March. After that I'll be all fine and I will be doing gym. Also, not only gym, but I will be doing a lot of other things that are running and also making these videos, reading blogs every day. Okay, and enjoying. So, here's our first technique is that functional foremanship. What functional foremanship is? Functional foremanship. Okay, so Taylor suggests that the factory should be divided in two departments. Okay, the factory should be divided in two departments. First is planning department, and the second one is operation department. Operation means working. Okay, planning means making the plan how to work, okay, and what to work. Planning simply means making plans of what to do and who is going to do it. Okay. Okay, so planning in charge, what the planning in charge will be doing. Okay, so planning in charge have also in the planning charge will assist four persons or four employees that are first is starter card clerk. Starter card clerk. Okay, he will instruct how to use machineries, etc. root clerk, he will tell what is the route, how to do or perform work. Okay. Third one is time and cost clerk. Time and cost. He will be analyzing how much the time should be taken by the workers and how much how much cost it will be taking. Okay. Setting the budget, that is. Disciplinary in charge. Disciplinary in charge simply regulates how disciplining the workers are, disciplining of workers. Okay, I'm not making the sentence clearly, but I will be making. Don't worry. So after that, there is operation charge. And in operation charge, there are also four employees that works under it. So what are they? First is gang boss. Gang boss is the boss who will be working. I don't know. I forgot about gang boss. Okay. So second is speed boss. He will be managing speeds. How fast the organization is producing the products, etc. Okay, repair boss. Third one is repair boss. Repair boss. What he will do? He will be repairing machines if you got खराब होने को क्या कहते हैं? I forgot that. खराब होने को क्या कहते हैं? If you got damage. Okay, so there will fourth one, that is inspector. Okay, inspector will check is everything is going well or not. Okay, just and it had okay. Second technique is standardization and simplification of work. Okay, okay, it means setting rules and regulations to examine the quality of products. Okay, organization is generating. Okay, this implements it. So third is a fatigue study. Fatigue study is analyzing how much the employees can work before taking the rest and how much time they to to how much help determine how much study how long a worker can efficiently work efficiently before needing rest. Okay, helps determine if you can. Okay. Uh, Okay, so fatigue study basically means how much the time workers can work before taking rest, and it helps by it helps to calculate the the duration of rest intervals. Okay, okay. Fourth one is method study. Okay, method study simply means finding the best work by which employees can do their work. Okay, wait a minute. Hey, where is the cursor? Oh, okay. Right now it is in the right place. Okay. Okay. So after that fatigue study, there is time study. Time study simply means duration and standard time to complete the work task. The task given to employee, how long the employees will take to complete that task is considered time study. And there is a motion study, studying the motions of workers to eliminate unnecessary movements. Simply to eliminate unnecessary movements. It simply means this. Okay. There is a differential piece-based system. Okay. Paying different rates for of efficient and inefficient workers. Okay. So there are two types of workers. First is efficient and second one is inefficient. So efficient workers work very well and they do a lot of work. Inefficient workers in the other side don't really do hard work. They simply out of work. Okay. So okay, so if your tailor suggests that piece of wages should be given different to both of them. Okay, if a worker is doing so much work, then he should be get a lot of amount in return. Okay, if a worker is not doing so, he must get low wages. Okay, for example, if there is a amount said that making 100 products, 200 products. you will get around 3 rupees per product. Okay, but if you make for more than 100 products, you will be getting 7 rupees per product. Okay, so it simply means that only by making one more extra products, if you make 100 products, you will get 3 rupees per product, that is 300. But if you make one extra products, then you will get simply 7 rupees per product, that is 707 rupees more than you will get around 100 rupees more. Okay, so this obviously employees will generate more for getting a lot of wages. This is a differential pay system. And after that, there is a mental revolution. Okay, mental revolution suggests that that change the mental attitude of both workers and managers towards each other. What does this mean? This means that workers and managers should do not conflict with each other. They should work in a happy environment, working environment. Okay, so our chapter completes here, right here. So this so let's explain chapter fourth of business studies. No, not chapter four, chapter three, third. That is business environment. Business environment is each chapter. Okay. In yesterday video, I think I had explained this chapter. I think I explained this chapter again. It's okay. This it's helping in revision. Okay. So let me get the third chapter. Where is that? Maybe it is in this book. Oh, okay. I'm finding that. Okay. So wait a minute. After that, I'll be explaining that. Quality is not that much good, but it is okay because I'm visible and my voice is also clear. Clear. Okay. Business environment. Oh, I found that. Okay. So what is business environment is? It can be defined as the forces, factors, and institutions within which the business operates. Okay, so basically, it is saying that the forces, actions, and operation, factory, institution, all those things in which a business operates. Okay, the factory which directly or indirectly affect the business comes under business environment. Okay, all those factors which directly or indirectly affect business comes under business environment. Okay. For example, society affect business a lot. Okay, economy. Okay, politics. These comes in business environment. Okay, so what is environment is kind? Okay, the Complete awareness of and understanding of business environment is known as environment scanning. Okay. Complete awareness and understanding of business environment is environment scanning. Okay. First of all, what business environment is? All those factors which directly or indirectly affect the business. And okay. And environment scanning is awareness and understanding of business environment is known as environment scanning. So that simply means it is understanding those factors that uh, affect business. So what business environment is? All those factors which directly or indirectly affect business is are called business environment. And what business what environment scanning is understanding those factors which directly or complete awareness and understanding of business environment is known as environment scanning. Okay. Understanding, clear understanding and complete understanding of business environment is environment scanning. Simply. Okay. So it is a process through which the business man operates the relevant information, monitor the relevant information. So it is a process through which the businessman monitor the relevant environment, scanning up coming opportunities and areas which can affect the organization. Threats. There's a spelling mistake there. Okay. So don't be about that. So I'm again reading this. What this is? It is a process through which the businessman monitor the relevant environment to scan upcoming opportunities and threats which can affect the organization. Okay. So basically, it is a process by which the businessman man, man by which the businessmen monitor the environments and upcoming opportunities and threats which can affect the organization. Simply means business environment, understanding of business environment is okay. Of business environment is environment scanning. Okay, so there are some characteristics of business environment. Okay, so what are they? All external features, forces. Okay, business environment depends on all external features. Okay, it could be anything: man, human, man-made, non-man-made, environment, or God's plan, anything. Okay, it includes all the factors, forces, and institutions which directly or indirectly affect the business organization. As I said, already said that business all factors means all those factors which directly or indirectly affect business, including environment, including institution, including machine, including factories, including man, including non-humans, everything, okay, or all external factors, okay. Second is specific and general forces, okay. So there are two types of forces in environment, business environment, that are specific forces and general forces, okay. So specific forces are those forces which affect our environment, our business, okay, personal business, okay, and general forces are those forces which affect everyone's business, okay, everyone's organization, okay, include both specific and general forces which directly or indirectly affect the business organization, okay. Third one is dynamic, okay, so business environment is dynamic. Business environment changes everywhere. It is not a constant thing, okay, who will not see, okay, very flexible and regular changing, okay. It is it is not a static thing which all remains same forever. Okay. The business environment changes. That simply it's mean, okay. Interrelated. Okay. Business environment is interrelated with a lot of things. What are all the forces which directly or indirectly affect the business environment are interrelated to each other. Okay. So All those forces which directly or indirectly affect business environment are interrelated or interconnected with each other. This simply means, okay. Fifth is complex. Business environment is very complex. Understanding these topics are require very high intelligence and reasoning, quantitative reasoning. Okay. To understand the regular changing business environment, it is not a cup of tea of every individual. Okay. So they have given an example that understanding business environment is not as simple of taking a sip of cup of tea, not tea. Okay. Sixth is uncertainty. There are a lot of uncertainties in the environment. Okay, in business environment. Okay, what are it is very difficult to predict the upcoming changes in business environment as all its factors are interrelated to each other. Okay, so business environment is a rapid changing environment. Okay, and there anything can happen at any time. Okay, so it is very uncertain. Okay, so there we have our importance of environment is scanning. What are the importance of environment scanning? Okay, okay. Helps the firm to take first mover advantage. Okay. Environment scanning helps the firm to take first mover advantage. Okay. Second is helps in policy and policy making and planning. Okay. So environment scanning helps the organization to make policies and environment scanning and making planning. Okay. Environment is environment scanning helps the organization for in planning and policy making, decision making. Third is helps to adjust and adapt with the rapid changing environment. Okay, we know that business environment is a rapid changing environment. It is dynamic. Okay, so environment scanning helps the environment, the business in a rapid changing environment. Okay, it helps in rapid changing environment by adapting to changes that comes. Okay, but because it predicts and gives a solution for that. Okay. Fourth is helps in tapping at as resources. Okay, so as we know that business environment is complex, there are a lot of problems. So environment is scanning helps in tapping those problems and assembles resources which can help to solve complex problems. Okay, helps in tapping and assembling resources. Okay, fifth point is helps in improving performance. Business environment scanning helps the business in improving its performance. Okay. Next point is helps to identify threats, warning signals. Okay. There are a lot of uncertainties in business. Okay. Environment scanning helps the business to identify threats and environment and warning signals. Okay. Identify threats that simply mean and dangers. Okay, so after that, there are dimensions of business environment. What are they? There are five dimensions of business environment. First is uh, is gov political. ठीक है. Second is technological. Third is social, environmental, social, and fourth is economical, and fifth is legal. Let's understand all these. Okay. So dimensions of business environment, economical. First is economical. Okay, it consists of GDP, gross domestic products, per capita income, first policies, all those things, etc. So, okay, some aspect. What are the aspects of environment? You know, economical economic dimension. Okay, so these are role of public and private sectors. Okay, balance of payment. Okay, money supply in the economy. Okay, rate of growth of GDP. Okay, second is social environment. These are the dimensions of business environment. Okay. Second is social environment. Okay. It includes taste, preference, custom, traditions, and all other things of the people living in the society. People are living in the society. Okay, it consists of all the taste, people likes, dislikes, and preferences, choices, traditions, all those things. Okay, some expect quality of life. Okay, education and literacy rate. Okay, tradition and habit of people, tradition and habits of people also in comes in social. Okay, so there is a third is a technological environment. Okay, it refers to the changes taking place in the methods of production, use of new equipment, improvised machines. Okay, so simply means new technologies that are coming in the environment are comes under this. Okay, so some aspects are various innovations. Okay, scientific improvements. Okay, important exports of technology comes under this. Okay, oh, it's been 55 minutes 55 seconds of recording our video. Okay, okay, so there is we have a legal environment. Okay, these are the businessman cannot overlook or change the laws, so he has to perform within the legal environment. Okay, so basically no one can change the law except the government. Okay, so the businessman also cannot do, so he has to face lot of problems due to laws. Okay, some aspect are various laws and acts. Okay, various policies, licensing policies, foreign trade policies, tax policies. These comes under this. Okay, so then you have a political environment. That is, it consists of all the factors related to government affairs, such as type of government in power, attitude of government towards different groups of societies of the societies. Okay, different groups of the societies. Okay. Some expert what are its experts? Its experts are these are its experts. Okay. So present political system. Okay. Constitution of the country. Okay. Constitution of the country. Okay. Foreign policy by government. Policies made by government. Okay. So there we have all five all five dimensions completed, and now we have demonetization. Demonetization is simply the discontinue of money from the society. Is it demonetization? Okay. So it refers to a government policy or actions that involves the removal of specific currency notes or coins from circulation. Okay. It simply means the removal of a particular currency from circulation in the environment. Okay. Okay. Rendering that means rendering them no longer legal trader. Okay. Legal tender. Okay. This typically means that people can no longer use the notes or coins for transactions, and they need to exchange them for new currency or deposit them in bank within a specific time frame. Okay. This simply means that people no longer can use those money and they have to deposit them in their bank to exchange. Okay. Okay. What are the features of demonetization? So it is best administration measures. Okay, second is test evasion will no longer be tolerated. Okay, third is channelizing savings into the formal financial system. Okay, fourth is create a cash light economy creating. Okay, so let me explain all this. Okay, first is tax administration measures. Okay, what is it? It simply means a lot of people hides his money. That simply means they have black money. Okay, so they are hiding money so that they get rid of paying the tax. Okay, that simply mm, that is such a bad thing to do. Okay, and that decreases the economy GDP. Okay, they hide money. That simply means they have black money. Okay, second is tax evasion will no longer be tolerated. Okay, same as that. That not paying tax will not be tolerated anymore. Okay, so now we have channelizing saving. savings into the formal financial system. Okay, that simply means people have money in cash, so they're not investing that. Okay, but when they deposit that money into bank, then they will get interest in that, and the money will grow. Okay, so for this, create a cash-light economy. Creating a cash-light economy that will help the government to understand the flow of cash and where it is flowing. Okay, so our 1 hour is completed. Oh wow! So it is our business environmental revision, quick revision, half an hour revision. Okay, so today I revised our 2 chapters, and I will also going to revise the third chapter, that is planning. Okay, after that this is planning. Okay, I will not revising the whole chapter in this video. Only half of it. This is a very small chapter. Let me explain it. Planning. Planning refers to thinking in advance what is to be done, how it is to be done, and who is going to do it. Okay, that simply means and making plan of who is going to do what and when. Okay, planning refers to thinking in advance what is to be done, when it is to be done, and who is going to do it. Okay, so we have a features of planning that are, it is a goal oriented process. Okay, okay, the it is a first function of management. Okay, and it is a continuous process. Okay, it is pervasive. Okay, it is futuristic because playing we are playing for the future. Okay, not for past. Okay. Availability of different alternatives, we can only plan when we have different alternatives. Okay, if we have only one thing, then we cannot plan, we have to do that. Okay, so what are the importance of planning? Okay, planning gives directions. Okay, optimal helps in optimal utilization of resources, time will be saved. Okay, reduce the risk of uncertainty. Okay, we have planned, so we can manage everything. Okay, so there will be less risk of uncertainty. So there we have promote innovative ideas. Planning promotes innovative ideas, as you already talk about Yale University's blog, in which I have read that there are skills that are writing skills, also necessary language skills. So when we are writing that, we are not confused, but when we are thinking, we are so much confused. And planning comes execute by writing. Okay, so that simply eliminates uncertainty, risk of uncertainty. That reduce risk of uncertainty. Okay, for this promote innovative ideas. Innovative ideas comes. Okay, fifth is standards for controlling. Okay, planning sets standards for controlling. Okay, I'll be explaining this in my controlling chapter. Okay, so there we have some limitations of planning. Okay, planning leads to rigidity. Okay, second is not suitable in dynamic environment. Okay, in rapid changing environment, planning is not suitable. Okay, so it reduces creativity. Planning reduces creativity because after making plan, we have a correct plan of doing how to do the work. We are not exploring a lot of fields that reduce creativity. Okay, time consuming. Okay, planning takes a lot of time. Okay, making a plan is a hard thing. Okay, not our regular daily im- i- time schedule, but in organization we have to make a big plans. Okay, don't guarantee success. The success is not guaranteed. Okay, expensive. It is an expensive process. Okay, leads to rigidity means it is a very confusing process. Okay, what is planning process? Okay, first is setting up of objective. Setting up of objective means what to do. Okay, second is developing premises, developing a team. Okay, okay, a group of people who can work together. Okay, towards a goal. Okay. Third is listing various alternatives. Listing alternatives means what we can do. Okay. Then evaluating alternative, let evaluating what alternative we have written. Okay. After fifth step is selecting the best alternative. Best alternative means which can work better. Okay. Okay. Sixth is implementing the plan. Implementing the plan. Okay. What do we have to follow? Plan is created. Okay. Fifth one is follow up the plan. Following the plan is also necessary. And I'm explaining it- that it sets the planning importance is but there's a one importance that I will be going to explain in continue, controlling chapter is standards for controlling, and it is simply here follow up the plan. After following there is a comparison between creative plan and results, so that is controlling. Okay. So planning sets control standards for controlling. Okay. So there are types of plans. Those are objective plans. Objective plans are those which are directed towards some ends. Okay. Okay. Second is strategy. Okay. Strategy simply means to achieve some objectives. Objectives are some end goals. Okay. And strate- strategies are making comprehensive plan to achieve objectives. Okay. Third is policies, general response of an organization to a particular problem, how organization will respond to the problem. Okay. Fourth is rules. Okay. Actions and non-actions, what we have to do and what we don't have to do. Okay. Fifth is methods. Oh, okay. Systematic way of doing work is method. Okay. How to do work. Okay. There we have procedure. Procedure means exact manner in which activity can be done. That means way of doing the work. Okay. For seventh is program. Okay. Get us goals, policy, procedure, and rules. Okay. Program everybody knows if there is a function. So just like that. Okay. Budget related to financial manner. Okay. How much money we have to spend there, where, analyzing all those. Okay. And there are only 8 types of plan. Okay. Our fourth chapter revision is also complete. Okay. Now I will be. So today is 28th January 2026, 5:20 a.m. and it's been 1 hour 7 minutes 17 seconds of making this video. And today I'll be learning the chapter that is fifth chapter of manage VST, that is control, no, that is organizing. Okay, I'll be learning organizing, not fully, but half or maybe 1/4 part. Okay, so and anyways, I am coming anyways. I will be coming. Okay.